Hello, I'm Bezade from London Law Practice, and today I'll be showing you what you need to do to protect your intellectual property. Keep watching to find out more about how intellectual property law applies to your business. The concept of intellectual property may seem daunting, but for business owners in particular, an understanding of intellectual property protection and IP law is essential in order to protect your work and your interests. Firstly, what is intellectual property? Intellectual property is any tangible or intangible creation of the mind, including inventions, artistic and literary works, and any symbols, names or images that distinguish goods or services. The nature of your IP will determine how it should be registered and protected under the UK's Intellectual Property Office, as there are 4 different categories of intellectual property: patent, trademark, copyright, registered design. All the classifications above protect your intellectual property from unauthorised use by any third party, but the processes for applying, registering and renewing your IP rights may differ. Certain types of IP may also require protection under more than one category, so it is essential that you consult a solicitor to ensure that your work is thoroughly protected in the long term. An important consideration on IP for those in the creative industry is whether to assign or license their copyrighted work. Without any need for registration, written, dramatic or artistic works are automatically granted copyright protection for life, plus 50 years in the UK. An assignment permanently transfers one or all of the copyright rights, effectively given the purchase of full ownership and control of your work, including the ability to resell or license it. On the other hand, a license entails a temporary or limited transfer of copyrights, either exclusively or to multiple parties at the same time. A license also typically states the exact terms of usage for the copyrighted material, giving the copyright owner much more control. As such, licenses are usually the recommended choice. For businesses in every industry, intellectual property protection is essential in order to safeguard their business's interests. Firstly, all aspects of a company's brand, including its name and logo, should always be registered as a trademark. This prevents any other business from using or imitating your branding, thus protecting your business's brand identity, credibility and reputation. The design of your business's website or products, or even your company's business model, may also be considered intellectual property. Protecting these aspects of your business maintains the strength of your unique selling points and avoids unauthorised misuse by any third parties or your competition. In the case of inventions, these must be patented so that you or your business has full ownership rights, including the ability to submit the invention to a licensing company. Failure to do so not only puts you at risk of having your invention stolen, or even without permission being used, but without a patent, the idea of an invention may be considered as lacking tangible boundaries which could affect its marketability. Applying for a patent doesn't necessarily mean it will be granted, as there are strict guidelines with respect to the content of the application and the necessary steps for applying. Arguably, the most crucial aspect of the application process is the drafting of the patent specification, a legal document that includes a written description of your invention, along with drawings, claims, and a summarised abstract. The content of this document decides whether the patent will be granted and the exact rights covered by any patent granted. Any misstep, inaccuracy, or failure to comply with the Intellectual Property Office's guidelines may lead to the application being terminated. For the best possible chances of success, a qualified solicitor should be engaged to prepare and file the application for you. For more information or expert legal advice on any aspects of the UK intellectual property law, contact us today at the London Law Practice.